Hey, what's up guys? So we're doing another video today because yesterday's was kind of a disaster when it came to the music volume. So I'm going to try this again with Treasurenauts music, hopefully low enough in the background. Oh my god, I did a test run. Hopefully the volume is fine this time. Ugh, that's annoying. I was watching it yesterday just to see how it worked after I uploaded it. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, alright then. So let's go back into this. I'm going to make another level. I should start off by saying this is going to have lots of spoilers. So if you don't want to know anything about the game, then yeah, that's probably best not to watch this. But if you're interested in game development, then you might like this. Alright, so we're making another level for Treasurenauts. And this, as I'm assuming basically everything I said yesterday wasn't heard, so I'm just going to repeat myself a lot of what I said yesterday. Ugh, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is how I start like the level design process. Well, after a lot of work is done before you can even get to this stage, such as what are the enemies, where are the enemies going to be used, obviously what can the player do. Lots of design happens before this, but anyway, once that's all done and you get to the point of, alright great, I can make some levels now, this is what I start with. So each little box kind of represents a screen. I mean, it's not, there's some legacy here just because the game has been in development, been kicked around for so many years now. I mean, this used to represent a 3DS screen. The game is not coming to 3DS unfortunately due to the market becoming quickly non-existent, but it is coming to Switch and some other platforms. Anyway, so this kind of represents a rough screen here. So this is level 2-3, just the second island in Treasurenauts, which is more of the kind of jungly forest kind of island, hence the green palette. What we have here, this is the level. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens high by 1, 2, 3, 4 screens wide. And what I do is start off with this to kind of, the level design process in Treasurenauts is kind of different than it was in MUDs. With Treasurenauts, the levels are a little bit more maze-like, you know, it fits the game, it's more labyrinth-like, a little bit more explorative. So with that in mind, the way I approach this is I start off with, like I say, this layout, and then I put down the key component to the level. So this S here starts for the start position, stands for the start position. Up here are all of my little pieces that I start using. So the start position here, the exit is down here, you've got a secret exit over there. Every level has 3 treasure chests in it. So you've got chest 1, 2, and 3. This is underwater, that's why it's blue down there. And then we've got the special kind of, this is, it's like it's a way of getting loot. Island 1 has like an urn that you smack to kind of get loot out of, and this has a statue kind of set up. Anyway, so that's where that goes. So I kind of start off with this, and then I kind of then place, you know, these down to kind of rough out the collision, and it turns into, well, it turns into this basically. After you see all the start position and so on line up with this. But once you place all of this around, you kind of set up the collision. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. A second one, I think coming. I think so, maybe. Yes. Excuse me. So you place these around, you know, to kind of create this. So in this, you know, for this case, it would be like that. So I'd kind of, for example, it can be like, great, I'm gonna, you know, make this little room with a ceiling and a wall there, and so on. So the nice thing is I can really quickly, you know, draw the world like this, and the player can get around. Anyway, but it eventually ends up like this. But down here, I have a list of enemies that I've determined they're going to be used for these worlds, these levels. So this is a bat, for example, and there's one right here. So you kind of plonk that down and start placing things around to kind of get a feel. So then what's neat is you can really start to imagine, great, the player starts here, go over here, there's going to be a bat that will fly down there, This is like a little barrier that I have to use a certain weapon to destroy to get into this room to get the treasure chest. If I go left, this is a little snake that moves along the path. This little blue number 1 is a pressure plate, so if you stand on it, a dart comes flying out of the wall. So stuff like that. So you really can start imagining, once you know the code of what's going on here, you can start imagining, okay, what the player's going to experience as they're going through all of this to try and get to the exit. And as you can see, there's 2 ways to get to the exit. You can go, either way to get here, but there's no kind of straight shot. Whereas in some levels there are, though, but in this one there isn't. So anyway, so today we are now going to take this level and make it look a little bit more like this, which is the level I did yesterday, even though you couldn't hear anything I was saying. So we're going to go through that again. Boink! Now with this new level. So if I zoom in. So this program is called ProMotion. I did mention that yesterday, but as we know, nothing was heard that I said. It was fun listening to Green Day though, but it's a little loud, which is probably the right thing for Green Day. So this is level 2-3. Here's the level that I've designed out. The top portion, the top row there is like above ground. That's why it's light green. And then the dark green is underground. And then at the very bottom there, the blue is underwater. So that's kind of the different color usages right there. So the reason I like to use ProMotion is actually an art program. Everything's on a grid, which is nice, so I can pick up everything, really clean, which is really cool. So it's not actually a level design program technically, but I use it for one of the stages of level design anyway. Well, a few of them actually, but after this stage, which we're going to do today, it goes into the level editor, and then I actually place the enemies and collision and all that kind of stuff, but we'll get to that some other day. Alright, so let us begin with this. So let me double check here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we have one screen of buffer kind of around the edge there that I'm not going to be using. So technically the start should be right here, basically. Make sure that's correct before I start off and do it wrong. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Cool. Excellent. Right, and these are the pieces I'm using for the light and stuff. So, yeah, then we just get going. Sometimes I can use stuff, from an old level, which is nice, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on what's going on, really. Let me double check the recording thing is all good. Yep, everything looks great. Good times at Ridgemont High. I wanted to wear a Muds t-shirt today, but I couldn't find one, so I'm wearing some random Loot Crate shirt instead. I think it's Rick and Morty actually, which I don't really watch the show, but every time I wear it, someone's like, "Oh, Rick and Morty shirt," and I'm like, okay, cool. I guess it's a good show. People seem to like it. Very nice. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna grab this because it's a nice piece of chunk of land that I've already created. I'll shove that there. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to grab, as an anchor, if you will, I'm going to grab this little room over here from the other level and put that here. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, as kind of a reference point, and that will help guide other things. So now what is that? That will be C2. Oh, cool. But it doesn't have a crystal in it. There are 3 crystals in every level. Sometimes they come from treasure chests, sometimes they're just hanging out. But in this case, it does not have a crystal. There are going to be some times where I'm just kind of gormlessly doing nothing, and it's not a result of my MK Ultra programming breaking down or anything like that. It's just me thinking. I'm just kind of looking at the situation and kind of seeing what I want to do. I don't have a MK Ultra programming, by the way, if anyone knows what that is or watches any of that kind of fun conspiracy stuff. I like conspiracy stuff. I think it's hilarious and fascinating and sometimes scary. I'm just doing that because this actually used to be interior. An interior level, and then I changed it to be an exterior, so then I forgot to put the ceiling on it, or the lack of ceiling on it. So I was going to do that to remind myself of that. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to put that here. So that lined up with that. Nice! Alright. Oh, so I have these things. Again, I mentioned all this yesterday, but it's probably all lost because nothing could be heard. These are the jump heights. So this is like a double jump height thingamajiggy. Let me see if I can get another one. What level was it? Probably 2.8 I think has. Yeah. And this is a oops, turn the grid on. And this is like a small jump. And this is a double jump. So let me grab Road, main player. Bring that guy over here. So that'll actually represent the start position. I like to put him in there because I can. Hey, what's up, Road? How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, his color mapping is weird. His pants are actually supposed to be completely blue. Whatever. It's just mapped to the level. Oh, okay, so again, yesterday I mentioned this. So the reason we're doing this ugly kind of single color stuff, obviously the final level won't look like this. The final level will look something more like this. So if I grab the player real quick, actually, do I still have it on a brush? Yes, good. You'll get a sense of scale. Yeah, so boom, there he is. He'll actually go behind this, so in this situation, this will actually be on top of him in the real level. Anyway, yeah, so that's how it will finally look in the final game, without these things, of course. And I like to do the block kind of shape because it's really quick to change and edit if changes need to be made, which inevitably they do. You know, you make this stage that looks something like this, you go and play it and go, oh, that didn't really like this, let's move that, and it's really easy to move it without having to worry about the artwork, you know, because if you're worried about the artwork such as this, and I want to, you know, move it just one bit over, suddenly this part isn't, you know, quite correct, even though it doesn't actually look that bad in this situation. But in some situations it's kind of a nightmare if, you know, I have to move stuff around, so it's nice if it's a single block. This is an example of somewhere I had to come back and retrofit it after I'd done the artwork phase. So I did it again, just did it in block form, and I'll make it look nice eventually. So eventually, yeah, it'll look more like this. There'll actually be a background to this, and, you know, actually in a foreground as well, and all kinds of stuff. But this is just one layer. Yeah, cool. All right. So, anywho, let us try and do this. This level's a pretty big level, so it's going to take me a while. So I should probably stop waffling about everything and just get it done. But hopefully, hopefully some of this is interesting to you, and informative in some way. I'm trying to figure out how best to do this here, because I'm going to have this little block here. Yeah, so maybe, and as you'll see for sure that I don't stick stringently, you know, to the original plan up the top here. I mean, it's a good guide, but sometimes changes need to be made, you know. I think what I might do is do something like that. I do like to think about how things will look as well as play when I'm in here as well. It's kind of nice sometimes to, I don't know, just make it look nice. Oh, that's funny, that enemy now does nothing to be on. Oh well, I guess I should make that here, because yeah, it used to be a ceiling along there. And the reason this is important to be near the finish, this is one of the first levels. Well, there's a branch in this island, so you could potentially, this could be the first time you'll have encountered the bat. So I like to put that near the beginning. I mean, not literally the beginning, because that would be unfair, but you know, when you start to walk off screen, I want that to kind of be one of the first enemies you see, because it's exciting, you know. You start a level and you're like, oh whoa, there's something new, what's that? And that's fun. Certainly more fun than you start a new level and there's nothing new. It's just the same stuff that was in the level before it, and you're like, okay. Okay, so I need to put an enemy up here. You see, I think I might do something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That should be kind of neat. I mean, maybe like that. Whatever. So, a lot of times, yeah, it's kind of a balance. I like to try and think about things as if this is the final kind of take on it. But the nice thing is, you know, I'll make this, I'll put it into the game, I'll play it, and I can make changes. So it's kind of a nice, you know, if you're not sure, it's kind of nice to have that safety net of like, try and make it final in this state, but you always know you're going to have that backup. Sorry, yeah, some stages of level design move really slow, like right now, so this probably is not very entertaining to watch at this moment. I'm just trying to think of what to do here, because sometimes the mini-map is really bang on with what I want to do, and sometimes it's not. So in this situation I kind of left this ambiguous hole down here, which can't just be just a drop, because that's not kind of what I want. I want things to be able to always be kind of a two-way street kind of thing. You know what I can do is I can put some jump through platforms there. That'll be interesting. Yeah, let me do that. Alright. See how that works. It's kind of quirky. It'll be kind of fun, I think. Alright. So that's great. Leave that for now. It's going to go off. This is going to just go off screen kind of thing. Great. Rock and roll. Like a boosh. Alright then. Okay. I have to constantly move this thing around as I go around, so I know what I'm doing. Alright, boom. Do. So, where did my double jump one go? Right there. So I like to use the double jump stuff a lot in these levels, because you just got the power up from beating the boss in the first island. Sorry for all the ums. I'm trying to think of too many things at once here. So because you have the double jump power from the previous one, and it's required to even get through the first level in this island to kind of, in a Metroidvania kind of way, make it, you know, required. So there's an obstacle, there's a gameplay obstacle in that way. So anyway, because you get it, in this island, I want to use it liberally. I want to use the double jump liberally, so it has not only makes you feel like great, I've got the double jump, and I'm actually required to use it, and I need to use it. Required and need to use it are the same thing. Then it not only, I think, it's fun to do, and it strengthens the value of the power up, but it also gives the gameplay a different feel. Whereas in the first island, you're mainly just doing regular jumps like this all over the place, and if you're mainly doing double jumps in this island, then it just obviously gives you a different feel, which is really neat. Alright, so I'm going to put this is a dart that shoots at you. What I'm going to do is have it shoot out from here. So that, what I do for that is take that, it's usually 16 above the player, so the player can crouch and avoid getting hit by it. I think these guys are going to be double jump dealios. Yeah, that's right. Workshop. I think later on though, I'll set it up so these you can't just crouch, you actually have to jump out of the way to avoid the dart. But the first few islands, you'll be able to just immediately crouch if you land on a pressure plate to avoid getting hit by the dart. So I'm going to grab this and flip it for this side. Anyway, so right straight away you can see a normal jump. If you're standing here, you will be able to see this platform, so you can just like walk and just drop down there if you want to. Or you can just jump over here, but as soon as you kind of come in this area, this guy's going to go and come down and do his thing, and God, these are tough enemies, man. So yeah, so this should be a fun little surprise if you come this way. And if you go that way, we just have a nice little snake to greet you. Alright, so I'm going to grab this and mirror this, flip it for the other one to set that up. What is this? C1? Oh, and it has a crystal. Fancy, but it does not have one of these, but it is top secret. Fun stuff. Alright, so that's what this means. It means it's a secret passage. So as far as the player is concerned, it will just, I was going to cover it with my thumb there, but you obviously wouldn't see that. It will just look like a regular wall. But if you can jump through the wall and get up here. So I'll just leave it open for now. We'll come back to it. Crystal, where are the crystals? Grab this guy, very nice. This has a crystal in it. Alright, so there's that. Cool. Rock and roll. So I want to make it so it looks like the player comes here, kills this guy, and then you're supposed to just go down here and do the thing. So I want this to actually be a secret, you know. Because there is a visual hint to all of the entrances, which I won't reveal here. But I think it's nice for the level design to not funnel you into a secret entrance, unless it's desired, unless that is a desired effect, of course. But in this island, it's not. At this point, these are all secrets, and you're just going to have to try and find them. Excuse me. Gosh. Burperton. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll do a double jump down, or a double jump height drop, if you want to call it. do this. Oops. So that will be. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. So yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is alright. You're like, what? I'm like, alright, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna try and make this so it seems, like I say, like the way to go. Something that might help that a little bit as well. So if I grab a little bit of this, shove a bit of that on there. Actually, it's kind of neat because to the player it will just look like this, you know? But it's kind of nice to suggest that's where the ceiling is, even though it technically isn't really a hint, but it does make it smooth, where if you were attempting to jump and check out for a secret passage, you know you're going to bump your head on this thing anyway, so you would kind of aim in here. I like to make things kind of more gradual, so sometimes it's kind of nice to kind of put did I get rid of the whole thing? What happened there? Did I not even get rid of it? Oh, I don't even know what just happened just then. Whatever. Anyway, I might be able to hit U to undo it, I probably did. That's kind of nice because that allows some fudge to get in here, even though it will look like this. You know, once you get through the wall, it will reveal it just like that. It'll be kind of nice. Okay. Alright, so this has a 7 on it, which is a snakeity snake. This player's here, great. You can drop, you can do your thing. Anyway, you can delete this, don't know why I'm putting it back. I think this is just to remind me that these are those heights. So you could start off going this way, you can drop down, great, you go over here, drop down there, just for shits and giggles, we'll make it like that, because I kind of just like it when it does that kind of stuff sometimes. Go back and forth, great, drop down, okay, and then we'll just have that drop down on a solid thing. You know, you know what, I really want, like you'll notice, like this is, where is it? This is the screen size I had originally over there. You notice this thing is not in the middle, it's to the left of it. But if I put it here, it's really on the extreme left. I kind of want it more here. I like things to be existing in a screen if I can. I don't know. I really can't justify why, but I just like to have that sense of pacing, I guess, or massing to everything, where everything is within the screen, kind of thing, you know. I think the player won't necessarily notice the difference, but I think when you do that, if you have a consistent way of making something, it presents, I guess, consistency in the level design. But whatever. Anyway, yeah. Let's shove this like that. So I want this to seem like a nice kind of hole to drop into, but also want the player to be able to see it when they are approaching it from here, you know, because the scroll will be such a certain way that will come in your top left as you're walking along here. Yeah, cool. Again, I'm pointing at the screen. I know you can't see that. Whatever. Okay. Excuse me. Itchy nose. All right. Okay. So yeah, you'll come along. Like I say, this will be like this. That'll work. Alright, that's just, I think I'm gonna make this a little wider. this actually, isn't it? I think. Yes, good. And this hole should probably be there as well, because, you know what? No, yeah, I want it to be that wide. So then you land squarely on this, because I am sometimes anal like that. Great. And why am I centering this? It can't be centered. Whatever. Okay. Drop, drop. We're here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we have another 7 down there. So we need some kind of ground. So I'm going to kind of grab this ground. Some kind of sense of consistency. Oh wow, look at that. It's pretty close. So do we... Oh, that could work actually, because this guy can move underneath that. No, that might work. Yep, okay, we'll go with that for now. I think I put a block here just so he has a barrier to bump into. So it doesn't just walk forever. And that is on the island here. On the seam, I mean. Or is it island? Island on the brain. Alright. Okay. So drop, and you can just walk off there, and it's nice to grab the player to make sure his height is good to go with all of this. Okay. It's interesting because if you know, player comes down here, how's it going? Droppity drop, droppity drop. If this is wide open here, it kind of is more welcoming to continue dropping that way. If it's more closed off here, you kind of feel like you're, you know, sneaking into a little space kind of thing to kind of go this way, which I think is all nice to think about. And ideally do consciously, implement consciously when you're making the levels to, you know, because this is all the player's journey, you know, the player's story, if you will, their experience as they're going through it. So emotions will happen even if there isn't a player, you know, presenting dialogue or whatever. Things are happening in the player's mind as they're going through this, so it's good to try and think of that. Know what I mean? Alright. So this is a double jump there. So if I had a regular jump, would that do? Yeah, no. Okay. So you can double jump up to there. Let's see. So you can double jump up there. Okay. Looking at this area here to try and get this lined up. Tricky because I need to get the plants and the pools and stuff in there, so I might just, you know, just continue there. So, alright, sorry, geez Louise, what are we doing here? Alright, so there's that, and is that there? Not quite. What is it, 8 off? Weird, okay. The nice thing is we have obviously this, so we can change things. So what I can do is grab some of this. I can just slice right into that, which is great. Alright, so this is basically a whole screen of flatness. Lovely jubbly, is that right? Yep. Alright, so got the double jump there, and then we did want this guy here. Well, let me just, you know what, maybe we just don't need that actually. Alright, I'm going to look at the pools, which are from here. I think I have some pools. Yes, I do. This, where do I have? This is an example or a setup of a plant in between them. So there's 2 there. The idea would be, I guess, you drop on the platform to avoid falling on them. I'll put that there for now. So I might make this a little dangerous, actually. Oops. Alright, that's number 6. And I love it when things line up like that. Poetry, baby. Poetry. Alright, so let's shove that there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Because what you can do is you can kind of walk off of here and double jump in the air and land on there. Or you can drop and double jump that way, or you can just drop and pull. If you have a bomb, you could probably just crouch and lob it and land on that guy and kill it. Yeah, this is an interesting little danger spot. I like this. And we can put some really juicy, delicious loot there that will be enticing to get. Maybe I'll make that like that, give it a little more headroom. Just so it feels good, you know, when you jump in there, because it's a tight space. Actually, that doesn't need to be. Yeah. Interesting, yeah. Don't know why I did a German accent there. Whatever. So, yeah, that's cool. Because there's plenty of, you know, the player has so many choices here. They can go this way. Okay, you can, if you can see my mouse cursor. You know, you can go this way, you can go that way. So this is kind of interesting. A little awkward setup, really, that requires some skill. And if you're like, if you drop down here and go, yeah, I don't think so, you could just go this way and avoid it completely and approach it from a safer direction. Yup, I like that. I like it. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Cool. Alright then. So I did have a little block here. I don't know if I really need that. I think I might just let this go like this. And you got the little shaft down there. Cool. Alright, you got some 4s here. Cool. They're right here. This is they are blocks that slam down. Stompers, whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. And they're on the seam there. I like to try and do that if I positioned it that way there. I do like to do that. So let me just double check what size they are. So level, they're in level, gosh, I don't even know. 1. Not that. Not that. Not that one either. I don't think it's on that one. Yes, it's on this one. So let me grab this. This is where they're introduced, I believe. So this is how wide. Oh, well, I can just take this as a little setup. Yep. Yeah, so they're quite a bit wider than that thing. Alright, cool. So I'm glad I grabbed this. So even though I have them next to each other on the thingy, obviously that doesn't necessarily have to be that way. But I think I will have a tiny space in between them. So let me make this single color, so I don't fall into the trap of, you know, trying to place artwork, get caught up in that busyness. So this will mean, ooh, that's maybe a little too tight. I want the player to be be so, you know, that'll be fine. That's fine. Alright, what's this? So cool. There you go. Lovely jubbly. Is there a middle point? No, there isn't. So I'm gonna be kind of generous actually here. And do that. Great. I wanted the middle point because obviously that would be the seam. So let's just get rid of this real quick. What does this mean for this? Right. Yeah, that's not going to fit on the seam. Okay, no worries. No worries. So they will exist beyond the seam. So we'll do something like that. What is it? Yeah, it does go straight on from there. Great. So, okay. Interesting. Okay, let me grab that, do some of that, get some of that. Let's see how it's going to look. Okay, I can grab a double. I'll do a double here as well. The double topple. There's one up there. Interesting. Alright, cool. And then this guy, we can go as far as we want. Actually, you could go all the way up to everywhere if you wanted to too. Or you could this snake, or here, whatever. But we can figure that out later. We've got two of those there. Definitely encroach us into this one, but that's not too bad because all it is a bat anyway. So, and we can maybe make this a bit tighter in here. Because like I say, this has already been introduced to the player, so this isn't the first time they're dealing with this, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, okay. Alright then, so this will just go along and drop off to a double jumpy action. So I'm going to grab this guy. Yep. Okay. This will drop off to something. Right now I need to think about the room below it to get that set up. Okay, interesting. So there is, these guys are down below it as well. Okay. Alright, let me just do this so I can try and get maybe the height off the ground from within the screen consistent. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they'd have to be directly beneath it, but they could be. See, I'm losing my screen again. I'm in the mini map. Let me grab this. Bring that down here so I can refer to it. Alright, so you got the blah blah blahs there, and you come down and you do your thing with your thing on top. Let me grab some fours, so I'll put that in there. Obviously they need to be a little bigger. I guess there's something like that probably. Yeah, I think they are. So yeah. So we could make it so there's like no standing room basically. Where does this go? Cool. That would be weird, so I'm gonna at least put a little bit in between so it isn't just this weird little bump, you know. Still a weird bump, but not quite as weird. And technically you could probably, yeah, you could totally stand within there if you wanted to. It just takes some balls of steel to do it. Alright, cool. So, I want this to drop down, and I want that to drop down. So, lots of dropping down happening here. Okay. Alright, so we'll just need a couple of steps. Steppy Stepperton. And there'll be a little enemy there. Alright. Great. So let me just start filling this in. At least that much. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Is that a regular jump or is that less than? So that's cool. So just a cheeky little awkward jump there, which is okay. This will be going along here. Let's see. We can have this be like a little alcove. Maybe grab one of these guys. Well, no, I kind of want the enemy to go all the way up there, so they don't really go up and down. Well, this enemy doesn't go up and down ramps, so yeah. Alright, so there's that. I'll just grab this. See what that looks like. Alright, you come down, do the thing, great. Cool. I don't know if we need it that high. No. Yep. I grab the bat enemy, shove him to the middle and off to the left. And yeah, you'll have to deal with that monster when you get up here. These bats are tricky enemies, man. They are tricky. Is that the same as that? It is. I kind of like that. Okay. And again, I probably want this then to be maybe that. So you kind of falling solid onto that, you know. And then this can be whatever. So I would like to try and grab this guy to kind of get a feel for it. There's two above his head there. Probably do a similar feeling here. Don't see why not. Okay, let me get this in there. But what do I want to do with it? The edge bit's behind my, it's inside my thing, headphone. Alright, let's grab that. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Great. Rockin' rolly-o. We've got quite a bit of this level still to go. And this recording, I don't even know how long this is going. Does this even tell me how long it's going? No. Oh well. Well, thanks for sticking with me if you are. This is probably a pretty long video. But might as well hopefully finish off the whole level. Lunchtime is coming up. Starting to get a bit hungry, so if I do end up ending it soon, I could always you know, carry on afterwards and then splice it together. Alright, so that's just a really empty room with a dart and a drop down. Cool. Okay, alright, that's pretty simple. I'm going to grab this. Did it not grab it? Yep. Okay. Let's just drop down onto a 1. Already have that here, so I'm going to use it again. How far into the screen? Pretty far. I mean, not very far, just right on the seam, pretty much. Wrap this. We do that, I think. Let's wrap this guy up. Great. Oops. Slam it over. Slam it over there. Of course, you come in here. Don't have much room to do anything with. Just drop down. So, and this is dropping down to a platform. The exit's down there, so okay, let me grab this real quick. Alright, so when this, so it is actually on this, which one is it? Oops. Maybe this screen, right? No, this one. Because there'll be water and this is the buffer. Okay, yeah, cool. Just making sure I'm in the right place. Alright, let me grab that again, because I'm kind of getting into a spot where I can't see it. Alright. Okay. Alright. Right. Okay. So this is the exit platform. I kind of want this in the middle. So there we go. That is in the middle. It's on the water line, so some of it is submerged. Like so. I'm just gonna do that. Make it equal as well. Cool. Alright. So I think I might make the thing above it double jump high. What do you think of this? I think I'll just do more cascading, which I guess is kind of what that's doing, but gradual. Nice. Very nice. this is light, so you can hit this and it kind of increases it, because you're underground and it's dark, then this increases the light in the area temporarily. So yeah, there's 2 there. Okay. Okay. Right. I think we'll do platform over here. Just there's a little shelf with some loot on it, you know. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of open space there. I don't know if we really want that. So I might just do that. Yeah. We'll see how that feels once we get in there. Okay, this is just a wall here, all the way down. Okay. And this goes up to there. Cool. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, it's in here. Okay, cool. So what kind of jump is that? It's my small jump. Okay. Plenty of headspace here, so it's kind of good. Wait. Bring this down. It kind of helps create a barrier here, so it funnels you down, you know, rather than it just be wide open equally. Yeah. Actually, another one. Oh, this is water, so I suppose. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave this open. Well, interesting. I wonder if we need all of that open space. Kind of like that. Great, so you got water there. And there's that. Might as well make this that because it's so close. I think we'll make this the same distance here. Because I like symmetry and balance. So yeah. Cool. Lots of water. Jump over there. That will probably require a double jump to even get up there, so that'll be kind of interesting. Yeah, let's see how that feels. And we have some stompers. Oh wow, okay. Jumping into stompers there. Right. Okay then. Okay. So there's that then. Good work. I guess technically it would be like that. Go on the jump to be lined up. I mean, this is really going to be a spot where the player, if they didn't time it right from here, will just be hanging out waiting for the timing, you know, before they proceed. So it's nice to make that a tidy space to hang out. Well, there goes my symmetry. No worries. What's down below there? Yeah, cool. No worries. Yeah, cool. All right. So rock and rollio. Rock and rollio. Ding 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 diddly. Get rid of all that. Just dupe it. Duplicate it. I've done it. Do we want the same as that up there? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because the player starting here, and we've gone this way so far. This was a little easier with a bigger space in the middle. This one's a little bit more difficult with a smaller space in the middle, and you got to the exit. So these two things can be equal, you know, because the player could have come this way to get to the exit. So if these two things are equal, then these two things can be equal. So that element is doing the same thing, you know. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Alright, I'll shove that here. I don't know if this even looks good or if that's the way I'll do it, but might as well be consistent. And if I do change it, then I'll know it's something that I want to do to everything. Yeah, I kind of like that. When it comes to putting the art, I'll maybe change it, but whatever. Yeah, cool, whatever. I guess this face is bothering me. I need to I need to do something here. Alright. Okay. I kind of like that. Okay, cool. Should I make that somewhat even? Whatever. Okay. Some of it will be like when you get in there and do a double jump, how does it feel, you know? Do you feel you got too much room up there? Not enough? Etc. Alright. Got my stompers in there. Stomping away. Fantastic. Great. Oh, geez, I haven't saved this for ages. Always save frequently. Man, I've lost quite a bit of work over the years not saving often enough, but I do tend to do it a lot. Usually, I didn't do it right now, but usually I save a lot. But I do use Carbonite, so that helps because that uploads any changed files to I don't know how often it checks. Probably wouldn't help me in this situation, but it does look for things that have changed and upload them to the cloud. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back this way now. Yeah, cool, because you know the player's journey could go this way. Great. Alright, let's start here again then. Alright, great, so we're here. There's that guy, very nice. There's this guy, very cool, loot-tastic. I wonder if I should put one of the treasure chests there. Oh no, because it'd fall into the goop and be lost, that'd be a nightmare. Alright. Idea next. Immediately next. Alright, let's get the double jump thingamajig. Let's make sure. Fantastic, everything's lining up in a beautiful way. Okay, so this is just a shaft. Okay, so the number 2 thingy are spikes that come up from the ground. The 3, as you probably already guessed, even though I've mentioned it, is the goop. That'll hurt you if you land in it. These are little plants that spit goop either side, so that's kind of fun. 11 is the rat. I don't know if I mentioned that before. There's a little rat moving back and forth over there. And the 4, of course, are the slammers. Stompers, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so coming this way, there's a little shaft coming down. Spikes. Oh, bat. Dart. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm going to grab the side wall, but for the most part, it's just going to go down the whole way. Yep. Alright. Let me grab this. I think this goes all the way there. Cuckoo kajoob. Definitely want this dropping on solid ground, so can do that. That might represent how wide this shaft will be. I don't know if we really need that there, honestly. You could just have spikes that you have to get onto. I'm just kind of thinking as the general thing right now. Down here. Okay, yeah, we want this setup basically. Where's it going to go? Does it go on the seam again? Yeah. Yep. Let's get rid of this then real quick. Alright. Cool. Oh, I didn't actually put it on the seam, I guess, but whatever. Cool. And with a snake in between. Him, shove that there. I'll do his thing back and forth. Does this line up? Yes, fantastic. We'll do this room here in a minute that the map's sitting on. Great. So that gets all that going. I don't really like the way that is right there. This, shove that there. What does that do then? If we make that the shaft, that's fine, that's great. That is good. I like it. Alright. Great. Fantastic. Alright, let's grab the double jump thingy and see what that does if we use that here, which I think we should. Put that there. Alright, how? Okay, so we want so the spikes are that's 2 spikes basically next to each other. Like spikes are like this big. So So it'd be 1, 2 would be sitting here, 1, 2. So I like things to be even, so we will do that. So that's a double jump. Oh, weird. I guess I just slapped it down randomly. Great, let's double jump from there. Fantastic. So what do you have here? So we have that, and then we have on this side drop down. A little safe zone. Fabulous. Probably like this. Maybe. So then if you do drop, at least you land and don't just be like, yeah, down the whole thingamajig, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know if we really want that in this case. Okay. And then we'll have this. Again, beneath that, but with the 1. The dart. Which will be on this side because we have the bat here. Sneaky little biscuit. Hang out underneath the platform. Didn't we have a big... That was right here. I feel like we might need a little steppy stone thingy like this or something here, you know. Not literally though, because I want that. Yeah, that's gonna be impossible. Well, not impossible. It'll be really hard to get to the this platform. What do we have here? Same. It should be. Yeah. Cool. Again, we'll get back to that later if that's a problem, but initial architectural blah blah. Seems okay. For some reason I feel like I need to make that line up, so I will. Lovely. Okay. Alright. Drop down here, do that, cool, got that guy, got that, lovely jubbly. Cuckoo, cuckoo, but I might actually, yes I think I will, put some of that. Maybe just a small one. Yep. Okay, so that's that, and then there should be a light down here, and then there you go, cool. Alright, so, oh, and there's another level. Go back and forth. Alright, so if I do that, where will that take me? Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that plays when we get in there. And then so where's this jump? What does that leave us with? It's probably an awkward jump maybe, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's a... do I have that on? So this is a slightly smaller double jump. Thingamajiggy. So yeah, you know what, it's fine. I think I might... Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just leave it like that. That's good. Okay. Great. Come down here. Bish, 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 bish. Cool, cool, cool. Great. Sweet. Alright then. So now... we'll just have this here. I'm trying to think what level. Probably get back to the later. This is a wall jump shaft. I'm trying to think what level I have that in. I think this might have one. Which is a power-up you get later. Is that the level I just loaded? I think it is. Alright. I know I have one around here somewhere. Is that it? Maybe. Yes, okay, cool. So I'm just going to use this as a template for now, at least to get the width and the height. Yeah. I think I'm potentially changing the height of that though at some point, but whatever. Not something to worry about at this moment in time. I want to make it in the middle, so I don't know if it does go in the middle. I think it does. Oh, really? Okay, let's see. Is that middle now? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Thank you very much. So now we know where this needs to go. Lovely. And then as far as the height from the floor to thingamajiggy will be that. So what I'll do is I'll do. Oh wow. Okay, I just happened to do that. Great. And then what I'm going to do is then just put a jump through across it. Yeah. And then grab this room. This is symmetrical. It looks like it might be. Actually. Cool. Great. Yeah, and that is what is that? That's that thing. Great. Cool. Put that there. Oh, that, I know actually that will probably have to be wider because of what that is, which I'm not going to give away completely. But yes, I know that's going to have to be wider than. Maybe even there. Is that even? Yeah. And it has a crystal. Crystal. Where are you? There you are. All right. Cool. Do we have all the crystals in here? We have 1, 2. Where's the third one? Underwater. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. Gilly gosh goose. Okay, I think this is pretty basic, and actually we haven't got the swimming fully working yet, so this will just be masked out anyway. So that's not going to be particularly thrilling to build it out. So I won't do that right now because there is no need. But I will kind of just finish this off a little bit. Anyway, so this will all be water down here. So yeah, just fill that in. There's actually a secret exit here that you have to kind of swim up to, so that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do that later when we have. But I can probably just grab this guy for now and do that. Go to the other screen, get rid of that, and then do that. Cool. lovely jubbly. Anyway, there we go. So I think, anyway, so what I would do at this stage anyway is import it into the level editor and run around and kind of get a feel for it, you know, to see how the basic navigation of this level feels. And then, you know, at the same time you can fairly easily place the enemies and any stuff like that, and then start to get a feel for everything, and then start moving things around. So there you go. So hopefully you heard me, well, most of me anyway this time, unlike the last video. So thanks for checking it out. Let me know what you guys think. I plan on doing more of these. I might even stream some in the future. Let me know if you have any feedback and thoughts. And thanks for checking it out. Alright, take care. Thanks, guys. Bye.